Alrighty, so now we're gonna so first we start off with the seed. That's what one of the books that we read, Exploring Seeds. Now we're gonna read Exploring Roots by the same author, Kristen Sterling. So let's continue with our book, Exploring Roots. I see roots. Roots are part of plants. So there we see the same picture, parts of a plant, where it's showing us the seeds, the roots, the seedling, the stem, the leaves, and the flower buds. And then of course we see the soil, which is very important. So the roots, we see roots, but it's not all the time because roots are underground, okay? So for example, like that tree, the kids are sitting on the roots, right? On the little trunk. Each plant part has a job. Plants need roots to grow. So you see, look at the roots. Whoa, they look like little hairs, just like that. So those are the roots. Roots grow down from a seed, right? So they grow down from the seed. You see the roots right there. Roots keep plants in the ground. Okay, so look how you see that tree is like this to the side. Well, that root, right, the roots of that tree are keeping the tree in place so that way it doesn't fall out, okay? Roots help plants get water from the soil. So the roots are helping. Remember how we talked about that's the very important job that the roots have, is to help the plants get the water from the soil so that way it can start to grow, because that's how they're getting their food. They send water to the plant through the stem, through a stem. Okay, so it's sucking up all the water. The roots are sucking up the water from the soil and they're bringing it up to the stem, and then the stem is going to bring it to the rest of the plant in order for it to grow. Some trees have big roots, so that we see right there in that tree. Most flowers have short roots.
Root.
Okay, so that's roots. Roots help these water lilies stay in place in the water. Desert plants store water in their roots. Ooh, people can eat roots. Carrots and radishes are roots. So these are some vegetables. So now this is giving us a glimpse of what we're going to be doing next week. So you see, we eat parts of a plant. So for example, here it's telling us carrots and radishes are roots. Okay, so that's the part of the plant that we're eating. We're actually eating roots. We eat roots. So we already know that we eat seeds. There's certain seeds that we eat. And now we're finding out that we're eating other parts of the plant, like roots. Okay? Roots are on your plate in gardens and all around you. Do you see roots? Do we see roots? Well, what other kinds of vegetables do we eat that are roots? What parts do we eat? That's a good question. We're going to figure it out. All kinds of roots. So we have big roots, small roots, roots that hold up plants, roots that store water, roots that climb, and roots that people eat. Okay, so those are all the kinds of roots that we see all around us. These are some root facts. Foods can be spiced up with roots from the ginger plant. Ooh, so ginger plant is also a root. Water lilies float on top of the water. Their roots tie them to the bottom of lakes. Wow, I didn't know that. Some root vegetables can grow in places that don't get a lot of sun. So that's another interesting fact. Roots are eaten by all kinds of animals. Elephants, wild boars, and porcupines eat roots. And guess what? We eat roots too. Carrots are roots packed with vitamins. Yummy. We need those vitamins. Turnips are roots that don't mind being in the shade. Some swamp plants have roots that grow up into the air instead of down into the soil. Whoa, I didn't know that. So now let's see. Some roots have little hairs that take in water for plants. So that we know. And then this is some of our glossary. So we have desert, which is a dry land that gets little rain. Roots, the parts of a plant that bring in water and keep a plant in the ground. We already know seeds. Seeds is the part of a plant that can make a new one. And stem is the part of the plant that holds the plant. And that was our book, Exploring Roots. Excellent. So next we're going to continue with the rest of our stories. So what comes next? First we have seeds, then we have the roots, and then what comes after the roots? That's right, then we have the stems. So we're going to be reading the one, Exploring Stems, next. Alrighty, stay tuned for the next one.